The country's better off with Trump.
Trump is a proven liar.
He treats politics like reality TV.
Loser. She's a loser.
Trump is the most un-American president.
Make America great again.
No person would ever talk to a person not like that face to face.
It's just all pure chaos.
She gonna put a blindfold back on everybody. Trump got in that seat and pulled the veil back, man.
Virginia is a Democratic stronghold and was won by Joe Biden in 2020 by 10 percentage points. But in 2020...
Hello guys, how are you? What's up? I hope you are doing well. Today we are watching a video of a social experiment between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Who is the favorite personality of people and what people want to next president of USA. So don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. So let's start the video.
The country's better off with Trump.
Trump is a proven liar.
He treats politics like reality TV.
Loser. She's a loser.
Trump is the most un-American president.
Make America great again.
No person would ever talk to a person not like that face to face.
It's just all pure chaos.
She gonna put a blindfold back on everybody. Trump got in that seat and pulled the veil back, man.
Virginia is a Democratic stronghold and was won by Joe Biden in 2020 by 10 percentage points. But in 2021, the state elected a Republican governor, Glenn Youngkin, whose popularity has reached a high of 59%. And recently, polls have the state in a much tighter race, with some polls only having Harris in the lead by 1 or 2 points. We traveled to Richmond to see who people were voting for.
Kamala Harris.
She's got good vibes. Trump has really bad vibes, and our country needs to move on.
If you want to go down the path we're currently on, go ahead and vote for Kamala. If you want change, which we need right now, he's the only one that can make that change.
I'll vote for Kamala.
Kamala as well.
Frankly, I think we've already seen what the other candidate can do, and I think we should give someone else a shot.
We're ready for a change.
Yeah.
All day, I'm gonna vote for Trump. I wouldn't deal with Kamala, period.
Kamala.
Trump. Because he's the man.
Well, I'm really not sure just yet because I'm certified homeless. But I will tell you this. I would vote for a three-legged dog with one eye missing named Lucky over Donald Trump.
Is Trump a fascist? I've got green hair and pronouns. What are you expecting from me?
Definitely Trump.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Kamala to win this election.
And remember this woman because we'll be coming back to her later in the video.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, I think. Kind of younger person versus a really older person. I don't think I'll just go for the younger person who's probably more sane.
So I definitely don't like Trump, and she at least is not racist. She's not making false accusations about people in Ohio, for example.
I think the policy that she's already stood up for, which is to reduce sentences for nonviolent offenses for things involving marijuana and cannabis, I think is going to go a long way towards the federal legalization and hopefully regulation of cannabis. The other character strengths that she has by comparison to her opponent make her someone I'm really excited to vote for.
I'm gonna vote for Trump, because Trump understands, he sees the country for what it is. And when he's in that chair, he operates from the stands that you're supposed to operate from whatever it is. Like, this is a damn corporation, man. He opened up a lot of people's eyes. Kamala Harris, she ain't gonna get in that joint and blind everybody. She gonna put a blindfold back on everybody. Trump got in that seat and pulled the veil back, man. Now, granted, Trump is not my kind of guy. He's not my man, but I respect realness, man. He respects power, he respects money. He don't respect that poor stuff. He don't respect the poverty mindset. That man bold. People want to see Trump because Trump might continue to be the person that he was. Give the people back all the things that they have put back into this country, meaning money. Kamala Harris, nah.
A lot of people say that Trump is like a threat to democracy. What would you say to people who say that?
Yeah, he should be. He should be.
Trump is the most un-American president that we've ever had. January 6th and beyond, I think he's very un-American. I think she's definitely a bit more progressive than me. I do like what she did with child tax cuts, during COVID, so I think I like that she's bringing that back.
Why Kamala?
She's working to increase the credit for server minimum wage right now. That's quite nice. I mean, I wish that she would handle the whole Israeli-Palestinian conflict thing a little bit better, and also prison reform. I think that you are supposed to be critical of politicians, but the way in which those people are being critical towards her for the whole immigration, they are lacking to be critical of other politicians and other policies as well.
Kamala. I voted for Biden in 2020 as well. I agree more with the Democratic Party on their positions. Abortion rights, LGBTQ stuff, those are two of the big ones, I'd say.
Trump's the man. I mean, he's going to bring the country back where it should be.
Are your friends
All my friends is Trump. I even know people was Democrat going to Trump because the way this country's running right now, they see what's going on. They open their eyes. It's the economy, 100%. Because everybody's struggling. I mean, think about it. Groceries, gas, come on. It's getting bad. You notice when Joe Biden got in there, what happened? Everything just went, everything went skyrocket. When Trump was in there, it won't like that.
What do you say to people who say, man, Trump's kind of like a threat to democracy? What do you say?
Ain't no threat at all. I don't know why they hating on him. He's just trying to make America great again. She don't even know what's going on. Think about it. Every time you see her on TV, ha 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 ha. That's what I say. She does. She'll talk for a minute and go ha 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 ha. I'm like, I don't even want to hear it.
Kamala. She's trying to help people who struggle with housing to get more housing. She's trying to help people in the lower classes fill that gap that the top 1% has caused. And the whole war in Palestine, it's such a horrible, utterly disastrous war that's happening. But there's so much also just happening here that we need to take care of first. We need to stay within our borders for a little bit, I feel. As someone who values women's reproductive health, I think that having access to abortion is such a very valuable thing for society to have. It's taking away autonomy of a person. It's taking away autonomy of a woman. You gotta save the pregnant woman's life first. That's a priority. Healthcare should be regulated by the scientists, but the government should provide.
Who are you voting for, Trump or Kamala?
Definitely Kamala, lifelong Democrat, and I think she is a good candidate for the job. I would have hoped for an open convention, but there's a lot of momentum behind her. Basically, she's a generic Democrat to me, and that's good enough.
What do you say to people who say the fact that there was no open convention is kind of undemocratic?
Yeah, I think they have a good point. I think if there had been more time with how quickly Biden dropped out or how late he did, I think it was just politically smart for them to all get behind her. I don't blame them too much, and if she's elected, then she will have been elected democratically. She's expressed a lot of interest in childcare expenses and reducing them or increasing the childcare tax credit, talked about helping small businesses get off the ground with instant tax deduction. But I think Democrats just generally want to do what's best for most Americans, so that's why I'm supporting her.
What is one thing that Trump could do to gain your vote?
I think that moment has passed a long time ago.
I'll vote for Kamala.
Kamala as well.
Springfield is about 20 minutes from our hometown, and from what we hear, everyone is safe and sound in Springfield. The animals are. So the city that we're from, there are a lot of refugees. They're political refugees. They're here legally. A lot of them are contributing members to the community. Their main problem is the federal government is sending these refugees to the city, and the city doesn't have the resources or the infrastructure to be able to handle an influx of 20,000 people. It's the federal government that is moving these people here. It's not like it's just a sanctuary city or something like that. Something that journalists can hold on to, and it's a story to propagate. No one wants to hear about people that are just going on living about their lives.
Do you think there's an immigration problem as a whole in the country?
No, this country was founded on immigrants. It's kind of like what our lifeblood is.
What do you say to people that say he's had 2 assassination attempts, so if he was all in it for just himself, he would have dropped out a long time ago?
This is going to sound really bad, but those keep him relevant.
He likes the attention.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. He treats politics as just like a TV show. Yeah, like reality TV. That's how he views everything as a way for self-promotion, and he's shameless about it. I like her policy of supporting women's rights.
I would have to agree with that.
I think Roe versus Wade needs to be reinstated. I don't think there's anything you can do to gain my vote.
Same. I already decided. We're ready for a change.
Yeah, definitely Trump. Just the country's better off with Trump.
Well, what could Kamala do to gain your vote?
Not a damn thing.
She was never elected by the people anyway. She was put in. Very undemocratic. 12 out of the last 16 years have been pretty bad, and the border is a mess. And we brought in the population of 39 states with no plan to do anything with them. And it has to change. We need a border.
He's not a politician, he's a businessman.
As far as a dictatorship, I think that's what we have going on right now. I don't think Biden's running the country. I don't think he's been running it for a few years. And like I said, she was not elected in a democratic way. So if you want to talk about a dictatorship, I think you're seeing that on the Democratic side. He's been there once. I'd like to know what he did in those 4 years, other than the January 6th. He called in for the National Guard. They just proved that this week, that he called for the National Guard to come in and be present on that day, and they denied that. That was, in my mind, a setup.
If anyone's going to take responsibility for January 6th, it might be Nancy Pelosi.
She doesn't care about a border. She doesn't care about anything. They're trying to turn this into a full socialist state where everybody's relying on the government.
We can't all be dependent on the government. The government can't support everybody. They can't be responsible for everybody.
So guys, here is the video we're watching. The Donald Trump lover says Kamala Harris is not perfect, and the people who love Kamala Harris, who they are saying Donald Trump is killer of democracy and he is not perfect for USA. What do you think about this video? Please tell me in comment section. Okay, meet up next video. Goodbye.